Last quarter, St Kilda 8 goals, 16-64, leading Geelong 7-15-57.
St Kilda 7 points up into the last quarter. Bright sunshine here as they start on their way. Alan Morrow gets the knockdown, taken by Alistair Lord. He's been one of Geelong's best, as Morrow has been one of St Kilda's best. Howell couldn't take the mark. It's on the ground and taken by Guyatt. Guyatt's lovely stab drop kick comes up onto the half-forward line. A beauty it was, marked by Devine, who is another of the good players in the game today. Devine has played very well on the half-back flank for Geelong. His kick is to the half-forward line. Nobody can mark here. Huge packs congregating for aerial duels. Farmer on the ground, gets it across here to Sharrock. Sharrock has 2 bites at it, then slung to the ground very smartly by Cross. The ball is appealed for by umpire Brophy, who will break up the congestion on the half-forward line. Farmer up against Ditterich, taken by Geelong, who go forward, I think through Hamer. It's towards Rice and Walsh. On the ground is Burton Howell, who's played well. Now battling hard for the ball, so too is Wade, who's kicked only 1 goal. Walsh has hold of it, is slung down by Wade. The umpire's decision is in Walsh's favour, and it goes against Doug Wade. Wade's certainly not a shadow of the player who starred throughout last year for the Cats, who made the finals. The ball to the half-back flank. Good play by St Kilda. This is Reid with the ball on the back line after receiving a nice hand pass. His kick is onto the half-forward line towards Wallace. Wallace in front of Rosano can't hold onto the mark, and it's across the line. At quarter time, St Kilda were 28 points up. At half time, they were 11 points down. At 3/4 time, 7 points up. And they are still that as we just start this final quarter.
Down for the ball is Baldock. He handballs it beautifully across to Rowland. He's running into the open goals. And St Kilda have gone further ahead. They now lead by 13 points.
2 minutes into the final quarter, St Kilda get a goal through Rowland, which incidentally was his 2nd goal. And from 7 points ahead, they advance to 13 points ahead. And the worry should very much be with the Geelong camp.
I would say so, because an important division of the ruck, but St Kilda on top at the present time. Morrow, the best player on the ground, outpointing Farmer, marking brilliantly all over the ground and giving his side great drive, and so is Ditterich.
Brophy bounces the ball in the centre of the ground. St Kilda in front. Ditterich flies above, knocks it down towards Rowland. Has a chance for Devine. The umpire sees it, he's grabbed, and a free kick will go to Devine on the centre wing position. St Kilda into a handy position with that goal. Devine has the ball, looking for a lead, well down. The Geelong vice-captain drives it down towards the centre half forward. Farmer sets himself, flies in the air, couldn't hold it, picked up by Stewart, kicks it towards the centre wing position. Oakley tries to mark it one hand, he can't, just kick the side, coming in strongly. Sinman, picked up by Wooler. Wooler handballs it across to Sharrock. Sharrock kicks it with his right foot down towards the full forward position. We're coming out strongly was Hale, he couldn't mark it, given across to Goggin. Goggin gives it across to Hamer, but the whistle is gone, and a free kick will go to Burden Howell at centre half back to St Kilda.
Howell got a whack on the nut, it seems. It's Brian Walsh whose kick it is, and Walsh is ready to kick the ball from centre half back. Beautifully timed drop kick coming to Morrow. Morrow in the middle of the pack, couldn't get hold of it. Wouldn't have been a mark had he grabbed it the 2nd time. It was touched before. It got to him. Brown picks it up, kicks to the half-forward line for Geelong. Taken by Goggin. Goggin on the half-forward line is going fast. A beautiful player. Goggin's drop punt kick is into the full-forward pocket, dropping back on it and trying to mark his Yates and can't. The ball is across the line. When last these sides met, it was May 18, and Geelong won in a canter. They defeated St Kilda by 7 goals. A different story today. The ball knocked away to nobody. Brown goes down to meet it, 21. Brown has hold of the ball. Goggin says, pass it to me. Brown thinks he knows better and decides to kick it, and the ball is out of play. The scoreboard is St Kilda 9-16-70. Geelong 7-15-57. 13 points the difference. We've been playing now for 4 minutes into the final quarter.
Yates against Ditterich in the ruck. They're both there waiting for the ball to come in. Yates gets around in front of Ditterich, but it's Farmer over the top, knocks it down, picked up by Howell. He bounces it straight away. He's bounced it twice. He handballs it across towards Cross. Cross gets it, and St Kilda break away. And a beautiful pass by Cross has found Kevin Roberts. Roberts drives it back towards the centre half-forward position. Rowland and Callan, and Rowland at the back.
He hurtled himself into the air for that mark in desperation. A beautiful piece of work by Doggy Rowland.
He's kicked 2 goals, but it's a bad kick. It's a high one. Underneath it is Wallace. Wallace tries to mark it. It's a Geelong fellow, Rossimo, in the centre, and he has been paid the mark. He'll clear it out towards the centre wing position. It's a bad kick straight into the hands of Oswald. He turns. Oswald lines him up. It's a bad kick. It's across the face of goals. West is after it. Drops it onto the ground, then recovers and gets a nice kick, a punt kick, going plenty of ground out towards the half-forward line. We see Reid try to mark the ball. He plays on. He knocks it ahead of him. Plenty of pace. Outpointed Routley all day. Kicked up towards the forward line. West is there, and it's a St Kilda boy for mine. I'll have to wait for the umpire. It could be a mark to Wallace.
Going to bounce it in. Do you agree?
No, I thought it was Wallace's mark.
Umpire Brophy bounces the ball within a few yards of the goal. Geelong looked like clearing through Stuart Lord. It's a good kick by him. It goes across to the half-back line. Here comes Reid up from the wing. Reid has a kick at the sticks. Going close, I can tell you that. A good attempt, even though it was out of bounds. The angle at which he was coming at the sticks indicated he might get it through.
5.5 minutes of play gone in the last quarter.
Morrow up behind them. It goes down towards Rowland. Picked up instead by Kevin Roberts. His kick won't reach the goals, but it'll go into the goal square. 2 Geelong against 1 St Kilda. Picked up by Rosano. Doesn't pick it up. Then it goes across the line. That's a behind. 14 points the difference. St Kilda 71, Geelong 57. Roy West kicking off from the scoreboard or Lake End goal.
A lovely drop kick straight down the centre of the ground. Alistair Lord behind the pack, and a mark to Alistair Lord. A good mark too. And in that pack it was Alan Morrow and Farmer. Alistair Lord drives it down. Oh, what a lovely kick. Plenty of ground down towards the centre half-forward position, but the ball is knocked away from Sharrock. Shark by G. Guyot. He drives it up towards the half-forward line. Stuart Lord almost brings it down one hand, recovers well. Kicks it down towards the half-forward line. Wooler is there. Hasn't played well all day. Picked up by Hamer. Hamer kicks it down, but it's Howell. Howell has the ball in front of him, being chased by Wade. Close to the line. Wade is still there. Battles on. Falls to the ground. Handballs it across towards Billy Goggin. He's caught with the ball. The umpire says play on. Coming through strongly is Paul Viner. Drives for the goals. And a goal kicked by Paul Viner of Geelong. And it's back to 9-17 to 8-15. 8 points the difference.
A real saver, that one from Paul Viner. Certainly was. I think his value as a player is overshadowed somewhat by the brilliance of Farmer, etc. But Viner's a very strong player and a very accurate kick in front of goals.
Beautiful day for football. Morrow takes it out of the air against Farmer. Gets the penalty anyhow against Farmer for edging out.
And also being grabbed by one hand, I feel.
Kick to the half-forward line. Kevin Roberts on the flank. Geelong's defence, which was okay in the third quarter, is starting to fall apart, it seems. Up it goes to within easy kicking distance. It's Baldock having a shot for the sticks. It's one flag. Baldock has kicked 2 goals, 5. Goal kickers for St Kilda, 2 each to Baldock, Murray and Morrow, and also Rowland, and 1 to Ross Smith. For Geelong, 2 to Farmer and Viner, and 1 each to Alistair Lord, Wade and Goggin.
Bad kick off by West. Baldock has it. He's grabbed. He beautifully turns. Then he's grabbed with the ball. Oh! The umpire's whistle is gone. It's going to be a free kick to Baldock.
That front leg was a beauty with Darryl Baldock. It'd be like trying to grab a greasy pig to get hold of him and defy anyone to grab him and hold him mercifully.
Baldock kicks it. It's not a very good one. It's towards the forward pocket. Oswald is there for St Kilda. Playing on. He's caught with the ball. He handballs it across to Ross Smith. Ross Smith gives it across to Wallace, and Wallace wasn't looking. Picked up by Terry Cullen. He's kicked it down, and it will go over the line. It's out of bounds. 9 minutes of play gone in the last quarter. St Kilda lead by 9 points.
At three-quarter time, St Kilda was 7 points up. They went to 14 points, but that's been pulled back to 9 points. A kick off the ground by Goggin, and he has the misfortune to see it go straight to Kevin Roberts. Kevin Roberts standing on his own is only 40 yards out from goal and almost straight in front. I'd say the angle was 20 degrees, but no more. Kevin Roberts, a left foot kick, a beautiful drop kick. I hope this is a drop kick here instead of the punt kick. We'll see what he does. Yes, it's going to be a drop kick. It's a beautiful kick. Beauty.
Oh, isn't that a mark of a champion footballer that takes his time there, walk back and kick a beautiful drop kick? And Kevin Roberts is one of the players on the St Kilda half-forward line, which is responsible for St Kilda's running position right now.
So 15 points is now the margin between the sides. St Kilda, who jumped away to a 28-point lead at quarter time, are still in front. The ball knocked away by Ditterich. Oakley overran the ball, gets a second chance, but Devine's there first. He's grabbed and can't get rid of it. The umpire will bounce it 10 yards from where he bounced it before. 15 points the difference. Yates goes up, knocked away by Ditterich. He gets the ball on the run. Devine defends nicely. Handballs it to Stuart Lord. His kick is up to the centre of the ground. Sharrock cartwheels over the top. Guyatt gives it across to McHugh. He kicks to centre half forward where Routley marks for Geelong.
Routley short pass out towards the half-forward line. It's a bad one, and Guyatt has got it, and St Kilda are playing like a reassured side now. They're starting to realise that they've got the ability to beat Geelong. They're 15 points in front. Jimmy Guyatt kicks it out wide towards the half-forward line. The ball is taken away by Morrow. Coming round quickly is Rowland. Brown is there. The ball is over the line. Even if St Kilda win this, and they are 15 points in front, there's been 11 minutes of play gone, I think they will lose their position in the four because of percentage.
Yates versus Morrow. Morrow hands up. The kick off the ground by Yates. The ball goes up onto the centre wing. Waller's in front of Guyatt, but Guyatt punches the ball away. Waller comes in, but he goes down. The ball out towards Viner. Viner bumps. It goes to Oswald. Handballs it to Guyatt. Guyatt's kick to the half-forward line. Peter Walker one hand. He's grabbed by Baldock. It's his free kick. Peter Walker at centre half-back. The scoreboard still sees St Kilda 15 points up. The kick is wide to the wing. Routley couldn't take it. Kevin Roberts comes again. He's shepherded forward. He kicks the ball well into the full forward zone. Rosano takes the mark.
11 and a half minutes of play gone in the last quarter. 15 points in front, St Kilda. A mark behind the pack taken by Paul Viner. Ditterich is well underneath it.
Well, I say Alan Murray still doing a fantastic job in the ruck for St Kilda here and keeping them attacking all the while.
It's a good mark taken in defence for St Kilda by Sinman from that 60 or 70 yard drop kick by Paul Viner. Sinman's kick's only going three-quarter way back, but it's going to find Wallace, and Wallace at centre half forward. Another good player for St Kilda. He's a good kick. He's at centre half forward. A punt kick going up towards the full forward position. He's looking for Murray. West is behind him. West knocks it away. Coming round strongly is Kevin Roberts, who's playing well now. But the ball is picked up by Stuart Lord. He drives it down towards the centre wing position where we see Polinelli mark the ball. Polinelli has come on the field. We'll find out who he's replaced. He short passes it down to Wade. Wade at Sharrock. By gee, these two boys are alike. Sharrock has marked the ball on the half-forward flank. Now he will drive it down. Another good drop kick by Sharrock. Wade sets himself. He flies. He just can't quite mark it. Picked up by Brian Walsh out towards Ross Smith. Ross Smith handballs it across towards Rowland. And it's going... Oakley it was. There's a chance for Yates. Handballs it back towards Rosano. Bad anticipation, Rosano. Handballs it across to Terry Callan. Not a very good one. Terry Callan across towards Polinelli. It's Routley. Routley kicks it out towards the forward line. Getting underneath it is Hamer. And the mark will go St Kilda's way. The umpire has said play on. Now he'll call for it and ball it up. I think the Geelong skipper has gone off the field. Wooler, I can't find him anywhere. They've taken Wooler off the field because of bad play today, I feel.
Polly Farmer holds out to Verdon Howell. The ball goes down to Reid. Reid 21 for St Kilda. Kicks from the half-back line out of bounds across the half-back flank. 10-18 to 8-15. 15 points the difference with St Kilda in front. First quarter they were 28 points up. At half-time they were 11 points down. At three-quarter they were 7 points up, and now in its final quarter they are 15 points up.
Good handball by Smith across the Ditterich, but it's Routley who picks it up, gives it to Alistair Lord. He's grabbed. Umpire says play on. Alistair Lord got great pace. Gets the left foot down towards the forward pocket. It's over the boundary line and out of bounds. We've been playing for 14 minutes into the last quarter. 15-point advantage. Very handy one. St Kilda have increased it since three-quarter time. The throw-in. Farmer gives it across, but it's picked up again by Howell. Farmer's handball has been well astray today. A beautiful kick. Rosano goes for it, and so does Kevin Roberts, picked up by Stuart Lord. A left foot kick down towards the forward line. Wade flies. He couldn't hold it this time. Ditterich gets it away. It's going out towards Reid, I think it is, away out there on the centre wing position, and Reid has marked the ball. He's near the half-back line. Halfway through the last quarter, 15 minutes of play gone.
Reed's kick carries the centre wing and goes to Stuart Lord, who, as he runs back to take his kick, is on the half-back flank. The flank that he is minding for the Geelong side, who are hard-pressed at this moment, 15 points down. The kick is to Wallace. Wallace of Clonbert, one of the recruits of the year, and St Kilda had a couple of them, not forgetting Ditterich and Stewart in the centre, has the ball. Jim Wallace on the centre wing. A left-foot kick is not strong, but it gets distance anyhow. It's towards Rosenau. Rosenau doesn't know whether to play on or whether the mark is his. The ump soon clears his mind, and it's Wade's going away, evidently from centre forward, as Rosenau takes his kick.
Wade is going off the ground for Geelong. He has been replaced.
Fancy Wooler and Wade being replaced. Captain and champion full forward. The ball at centre half forward for Geelong at the moment, who are not getting any drive forward. The ball is to be taken by Polly Farmer.
Polly's been reasonably quiet this last half of the game. It's easily seen that Alan Murray's got the better of him, and Geelong could do a lot better from Polly at this stage.
Farmer has kicked a couple of goals. He's on the half-forward flank now and kicks a long left-foot drop kick, which is going into the full-forward pocket. Plenty of St Kilda players there. Stewart is the one who kicks the ball, and it's going out of play. 16 and a half minutes gone in the final quarter, and St Kilda are 15 points ahead.
Waiting for the ball to be thrown in now. Going forward is Wallace. Knocks it down. Coming through is Billy Goggin. Handballs it across towards Lowe, but it's sharked by Guyot as he swung to the ground. He gets his kick. The big fellows fly again. It's picked up by Alistair Lord. But it's 1 point only. 8 goals 17 to 10 goals 18. They trail by 13 points. Or is it 14? 14 points down, Geelong.
Well, Geelong are really in trouble now. I think St Kilda have taken the upper hand. They've surprised them from this tremendous burst in the last quarter here. They're winning in the rucks, and their half-forward line is winning handsomely.
St Kilda 63 marks, Geelong 59, and it's 29 free kicks to St Kilda, 26 to Geelong.
17 minutes into the final quarter, there's a hold-up in play because the ball seems to have been souvenired. If it doesn't come back in a moment, they'll race another one out. Let's hear more comment from Jeff.
Well, I can give the best players in this game, I'd say, for St Kilda. Alan Murray were the best man on the ground. Borlock's played a good game, and Ditterich, and also Howland. For Geelong, I'd say we have Sharrock, Lord, Devine, and Stuart Lord have played very well.
Here's Howell kicking off now. The ball has been retrieved. His kick is wide to the flank. It's a long one, too. They go up for it. Ditterich up very high behind, as you saw, but there's no mark here. Rosenau in the ruck. Alistair Lord seems to have a roving commission. Wallace is in the ruck, too, for the Saints. Farmer and Yates for Geelong. Farmer gets it down beautifully to Brown. Brown on the wing has a kick from a good way out. It's into the goal square, falling into Geelong arms. It's taken by Lowe, who is one of the Geelong reserves. 3 star players, not stars today, off for Geelong in Wade and Wooler. And here's Lowe at centre forward, having a kick for the sticks, and he's got to get it. Oh, it's a shocker. That could be a death blow for Geelong.
You wouldn't credit it possible that a player could miss directly in front and 15 yards out. But there, you saw it yourself. Lowe looks disgusted with himself. He had the chance. He's been waiting to get back into the seniors for some weeks now, and he had his chance to do some good for both his side and himself in this last quarter, and he failed. A bad kick by Howell has been marked by Pollinelli. Pollinelli drives it down. It's bouncing. And that's another point to Geelong. St Kilda are 10-18, Geelong are 8-18. 2 clear goals the difference, and we have been playing for 18 minutes into the last quarter.
In the last couple of passages of play, Geelong's 2 reserves, Pollinelli and Lowe, have held the key to Geelong's possible success or defeat in the game. What would he be talking about here?
I don't know what he could tell him unless he's warning him. I don't think it need to warn him about kicking off over the line. That's the only thing I can tell him.
Howell's kick is again to the members' wing. A big pack ready for it. Ditterich! No, it's not allowed. Rosenau takes it and gets it out somehow towards Brown. Brown gives it across to Goggin. Goggin's hand passes to Pollinelli. John handball working well. Pollinelli is down. St Kilda clear. Nearly 20 minutes of play gone in the final quarter, and Geelong 12 points down. Farmer going onto the ball. Rosenau knocked it down. It was knocked forward by several from there. Devine comes downfield, can't pick the ball up. is picked up instead by Rowland. He's pulled down by Alistair Lord and slung away. Picked up now by Oakley of St Kilda. Ross Oakley from the centre of the ground to the half-forward line. Baldock in front of Peter Walker. Can't pick it up. Wallace tries to and gets it. Good play by Wallace. His kick is high. It's to within 30 yards of goal. Murray getting set for the mark. Spoilt by West. The ball goes to ground. Taken by Viner. Viner punches to Peter Walker. Peter Walker at centre half back. Bounces at once. Gets around the man in the centre. Stewart kicks the ball a long way from there. It's to centre half forward. Geelong back into calculations again. At centre half forward, Geelong having trouble. Here's Burton Howe. Tireless for St Kilda. Goggin can't even run him down. Look at him go. A champ at the best. Here he is, kicking the ball into attack. Ball shot. And Colin Rice takes the mark.
20 minutes of play gone in the last quarter. 2 goals of difference in favour of St Kilda as Rice drives it back down towards the centre half forward. Alistair Lord sets himself. The ball is knocked away by Ditterich. Yates knocks it over his head. It's coming down towards Burton Howell again, but this time chipping in to take it from him is Sherrick. Sherrick is battling on. He gets the ball. Now he's running towards the goal. Sherrick has a shot. And it's the 3rd time in succession that Geelong have missed.
And Geelong are having the same trouble St Kilda had in the 3rd quarter with their shots at goal are running awry, and they're in all sorts of trouble because St Kilda are pursuing them very hotly.
That makes the difference 11 points. A very handy point that for Geelong, because 2 clear goals would win the match for them. They've got the ball down their end. They've had it there for some time. Burton Howell is trying to steady his side up as he's taking his time to kick off. Burton Howell will send it out with a punt kick towards the half-back line. In front is Oakley. Over the top is Brown. Good mark to Brown.
21 minutes gone into the final quarter. The game's still very much in the balance. The score on the board counts. And the Saints are 11 points up at this stage. Brown kicks the ball almost into the goal mouth. Nobody can mark. Ditterich having a battle here with Goggin. Coming through smartly on the rails there was Ross Smith. 21 Brown. Peter Walker being spoken to, no, Baldock being spoken to by the St Kilda messenger. Farmer versus Morrow. Morrow's kick.
Well, that was a very touchy one. Farmer disagreed with it, but he's such a good sportsman and a good footballer. He doesn't disagree with them at all. There's the kick picked up by Rice. Handballs it across to Viner. Viner kicks it anywhere, but it's going out towards Hamer. It bounces high in the air. Chance for cross. He handballs it across to Sinman. He knocks it down towards Reid. Reid gets the ball and St Kilda have relieved the pressure. Up towards the centre wing position. In front is Kevin Roberts. Playing on well. Turns. Gets his left foot to it. Good play by Kevin Roberts. Sends it up towards the full forward position. Roy Winters in front of Murray. Coming through as Baldock kicks it off the ground. A chance for Rowland. Takes his time. Runs into the open goal. Rowland's 3rd goal.
I'd say it looks as though St Kilda have got this game now, and a tremendous fight back in the last quarter. I think that they're, well, as they should win today, it's been due to their wonderful teamwork, and they've been backing up brilliantly here in the last 10 minutes.
17 points the difference. That's almost 3 goals. We have already seen 23 and a half minutes of play pass by in this final quarter. At this stage, it certainly looks as though the Saints come marching in. Farmer's kick in the ruck. By Goliath Polly. A left foot kick onto the half-forward line. Sherrick gets up a little too late. Snapped up by Sinman very smartly. Sinman from the back line kicks the ball into attack. Kevin Roberts punches it out here. Beautiful play. Taken by Reid. His hand passes to Wallace. Back to Reid. Great play, St Kilda. A kick into the full forward zone. Rowland very nearly marked it, but was bustled out of the way. Roy West turns out of trouble, then is back into trouble. The ball in the goal square almost. Pick up by Baldock. That's it. The Saints come marching in. There's hysteria on this side of the ground where all the St Kilda supporters are. They were cheering so loudly, our camera was nearly shattered.
What a great captain and a great player is Darryl Baldock. There was a brilliant piece of thinking there where he jumped into a pack and just threw himself into the game.
Farmer knocks it down towards Alistair Lord. Stewart's trying to pick it up. Coming in to help him now is Paul Viner, kicked off the ground. Now it's wide open spaces. Brown going for an Oakley and also Jim Guyot. Guyot gets the ball, runs into trouble, grabbed pretty high and will receive the free kick. He's grabbed around the flag on the stand is almost at a standstill. There's not much wind at all, which will help St Kilda. Baldock directing traffic on the half-forward line. He calls for the ball. Morrow sets himself. Couldn't quite drag it in. The ball is over the line.
23 points the difference. That's almost 4 goals. The Saints couldn't lose it from here. Here is the time factor.
We have been playing for 25 minutes. It's time on from now on.
Farmer punches it along the ground. It goes to Devine. Tries to soccer it through. Morrow is on the bottom of the pack. A great win for the Saints. Knocked away by Farmer. Geelong aren't giving in. Alistair Lord. A drop kick onto the half-forward line. Polinelli lost the ball. Sharrock takes it off Burton Howell. His right foot kick is going to score, but only one flag.
That won't be allowed. There's going to be a free kick against Burton Howell. He was grabbed by Polinelli when he had the ball. Therefore, it's a free kick against him and will go to Polinelli. Five minutes of play left.
Polinelli has a real job in front of him to kick a goal from here. The forwards are marshalling in the goal base. Polinelli's punt kick is going dangerously close to a goal. Somebody could have marked it in the goal square. Somebody could have kicked it off the ground. One flag. 22 points the difference. St Kilda 90, Geelong 68. We've had 26.5 minutes of play. Burton Howell kicks off. Falling shot, Guyot marks. St Kilda were beaten by 7 goals when these sides last met on May 18. They look like winning by 4 today. The kick-off marked by Wallace. The Saints are marching now. Oh, upfield. A battle on between Morrow and Lowe. The umpire speaking now to Lowe. As Wallace takes his kick from the centre wing. It's onto the half-forward line. Stewart tried to mark hard. McHugh kicked into Lowe. The ball rebounds out towards Rowland. Rowland turns beautifully away from Goggin. Is very fast into stride. His kick is going towards his player, Murray. And Murray, who has kicked 2 goals for the Saints, has a chance of scoring a third. Murray has kicked 2 goals, 2 from memory. His distance from goal is 40 yards. Perhaps 45. The angle is 50 degrees. He's kicking to the lakeside goal, pulling short. Mark is to Geelong's Jeff Rosano.
And although St Kilda looked like winning by 3 goals, I still feel they'll drop out of the 4 because of percentage to destined to win by a lot more against Fitzroy. The ball is on the half-forward line. Baldock had the free kick given against him. It's going to go to Billy Goggin in the back. His short passes it across towards Terry Callan. He picked it up on the run. He turns. Now he's in trouble. He's grabbed. He handballs it across towards Walker. Walker gets away, gets a punt kick down towards the half-forward line. Guyot is sitting pretty. And although he had a bad first half when Sharrock bathed him, come back and played a reliable game in the second half. Guyot kicks it out wide towards the centre wing. Sitting himself was McHugh. And McHugh has marked the ball. St Kilda are playing well within themselves. They're well on top. Kicks it into the man on the mark. Round chance for Brown. Oakley catches him. He handballs it across towards Stuart Lord. Stuart Lord gets his kick. Oh, and then behind the play. The umpire didn't see it. Down it goes with the forward line. It's a mark to Guyot again.
And Alistair Lord walks up to Ditterich. Can we get in there? Ditterich being spoken to by Alistair Lord, who thought he was the victim of some nasty play. The ball comes back onto the centre wing. It's across the line in Ross Smith's possession. Oakley is there with him as number 12. 21 is Brown and 5 is Ian Stewart. 19 is McHugh. And the rucks go again. Polly Farmer punches it out. Where are his Rovers? They don't seem to be there now. The ball is kicked away by Walsh, not far. Coming in to meet it and charging hard is Routley. Routley picks it up and kicks it between 2 St Kilda players. It goes down towards a couple of others. Guyot having trouble with sunlight and shadows. The ball is relieved by St Kilda's defence and comes back to the centre wing. taken by Brown. Brown punches the ball on when tackled to Rice. Rice kicks the ball hard. It's going into the goal square. Over the back it goes towards Burton Howell. Goes into the goal square. Hamer can't get the run of it. Now he might. He tries gently to get up there and boot it through. But it's one flag only. And the game is almost over. Time is ticking away. We've had 30 minutes of play. And the Saints are still 21 points up.
74 marks each and 31 to 28 free kicks in favour of St Kilda. The ball is on the ground. Ross Smith, number 3, trying to pick it up. Colinelli gets up 2.
Darryl Bullock is now playing on the half-forward flank, and they put Lance Oswald up full forward, and Jim Wallace is playing at centre-half for the Saints. I don't think it matters where they play now, because the Saints could not lose this game.
Ross Smith has it coming through strongly now is Reid. A leftward kick up towards the centre position is Baldock. He tries to mark it. He doesn't. Terry Cullen is there. The ball is over the line. Very close towards the end of the game in St Kilda. They've won by, it looks like, 21 points. It'd be bad luck for them to go out of the 4 if Essendon win by 7 or 8 goals. They will. There's the siren. A happy St Kilda side. Wallace gives his skipper a pat on the back, and the scoreboard tells the story. 12-18 to 8-21.